Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to MindShift Monday. All right. Yesterday was Super Bowl Sunday, and today is MindShift Monday. Um, so I welcome everybody in. Of course, if you are seeing this video as a replay and sometime in the future, sometime in the whenever you're looking at it, hey, I appreciate y'all so much. Today is a very soft day. Uh, it was a great day. And as you can see, even with the topic for today, we are speaking about taking your time, skills for life, and one of them being patience. All right. So, actually, while we're on that subject, I want to make sure that actually Facebook gonna miss out tonight because they're just gonna miss out tonight, guys. I'll be able to post a link. Sorry about that, but they done messed up the connection over there, which is actually pretty okay because things are switching up. So, with that being said, I hope y'all feeling all right. Hope the volume is good for y'all. Hope I'm not connected to Bluetooth, having any interruptions. It doesn't look like it. Looks like everything is clear. So, again, welcome to MindShift Monday. I am always excited to be here and to be present and to just remain consistent with the information that is being put out. Got some great things that are pushing out today. All right. You know, everybody all in love now. You wasn't in love last week. And now everybody looking for a little boo thing. But but yeah, so we're gonna keep this going. So today, let's get into it. MindShift Monday. Welcome to MindShift 7 Mondays, where we step out of our routine way of doing things in a mundane way and we shift into a higher perspective. We exercise everything else. Why not exercise the way that we think and see things? All right. And these videos are streams coming from a heart-based frequency. So let's connect and dive in. All right. My hair is acting like it has its own thing I want to do tonight. So today, the topic of MindShift Monday is dealing with taking your time, again, skills for life, patience. Okay. So before we actually get into that, I would like to, again, I think last time we were here, I was letting you guys know that the Purpose Protection Program was launching. And so today we are ready. So I'm going to put the link here so that you can see where to go on the screen. I'll also leave it in the comment section and it'll probably be in the description as well. All right. So this is for the Purpose Protection Program. You can go through my flow code link page and you will see where it says Universal Accountability Group. And it's exactly what it is, Purpose Protection Program. This program is designed to actually, again, it's something that I wanted to deliver. Like if I had to get into a program where I could be held accountable with people who are not necessarily on the same journey, but we don't even have to be doing the same things, but the thing that we have in common is being held accountable and responsible for what we say we want to do, because that is something that a lot of people, well, I'm gonna speak for myself, but I know that's something that can come across as difficult sometimes. And so you have to be patient with yourself. You can't you can't always be talking to yourself all crazy and doing all types of things just because things aren't coming as fast as you want them to, you know? And so with that, I created the Purpose Protection Program. One, because I'm really big on effective self leadership and purpose. I feel like once you have a navigation point and you know your destiny, or at least you have an idea, then you have a reference point that you can always come back to remind you, like, hey, this is your compass. This is, where you need to be. This is where you can center yourself. And so this group is designed to attract those who are interested in this type of setting. Um, yeah, we're just going to keep rolling from there. It's hosted on the server called Gilded, which is similar to Discord. And I'm really big on words. So Gilded is, like I said, it's similar to Discord. It's for gamers. A lot of people, but it's still like you can create all type of pathways and channels for people to communicate and all that type of stuff. So we're going ahead and just stepping out with it. And so, yeah, so the Purpose Protection Program, make sure if you're interested or if you know someone that's interested, you can go ahead and click the link and you'll see the Purpose Protection Program or the Universal Accountability Group, and you will be able to apply. Because I know most servers, you get in there and you're looking around for information. Servers like on Discord, you get in and for free, everybody like, hey, join my Discord, and people join. You can join, you know, people who really want to take the next step, they'll pay. Okay, they'll pay for a certain service or a certain product or whatnot. And so with that, there is a small fee. um, right now the fee is $69. That is an annual fee. I figured we would just start at a reasonable price to kind of just test things out. But the price will be changing just like inflation. The price, we already know the price point. Actually, each cosmic cycle, every July 26th, the price will be changing. And the reason for that is interesting. So once you join the group, you'll understand. Anyway, yeah, so for $69, for less than a cheeseburger a day, or whatever, coffee, what they say on less than a coffee a day, you can join the accountability group. We also will have a canopy of resources, and just it's going to grow into exactly what it needs to be for leading while learning and the Purpose Protection Program. So right now we're starting with accountability and we're going from there. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our topic. So I want to start off first, right? I've been writing, but I haven't even been like haven't really had time to just like put notes in notes actually. But let's talk about the game, right? I didn't look at the game, okay? But knowing where we are in the world today, and obviously I probably already spoke about this because I did see that Brianna's pregnant or something like that. And so the last episode we talked about being able to nurture ourselves, and how to pretty much manage being in a new and old world, you know. and nurturing yourself into being, giving birth and to new ideas and all of that. And so that's the phase that we're in right now, in general, with at least what about 2 more days, right? And so with this, it's also about the things that you want to initiate. And I know with initiation comes this feeling of anxiousness, because you don't know what to expect. You just know that you have to do something. And so as we are in the second month of this 3 year, January is cleared. We got it out the way. Thank you. It's, that energy is there, but I want to honor the fact that we need to take our time. Okay, there is nothing that we need to rush into. Okay, nothing. There is nothing that we need to rush into. All right, because yeah, like, I mean, where do you get when you're rushing? If you're rushing to work, you're still going to be in traffic. Like, if you're rushing in traffic, you're still going to be in traffic. If you're rushing anywhere, you might, it's all type of things. You speeding, your heart racing, unless you're going fast on purpose. There's a difference between momentum and having speed and just going fast and rushing. All right. When you have momentum and you have speed, you have a certain type of focus. All right. But when you are impatient with yourself and you're disappointed and like may possibly not seeing the results right now, or again, running late, or just moving too fast for the sake of moving too fast, all type of things occur. Right? So the point is, a great skill for life right now that we should be able to embody and even take time to say, hey, what does patience really look like? All right, what does it really look like? That should come from you, like right now. Every day we should be able to say, hey, what does patience actually look like? How can I really exude that with myself? A lot of times we learn things and we swear that it's for other people, but it's not. A lot of things that we learn are for ourselves. And once you can learn it for yourself, you will learn it for other people. Okay? If you can't be patient with yourself, you will not be patient with anyone else. Now, granted, of course, there are times where it's just like, hey, somebody got to light a fire up under people, because sometimes, like, I know I be in my own zone, so I could be moving, like my dad say, slow as molasses. Okay. Or like my grandma used to say, like, slow as molasses. But that's just because it's certain things that I just like to do and just be in sync with and in tune with it. It's just like a nice melody where you just kind of do things according to how you really want to move. That doesn't mean I always do things slow. I like to go fast. I really do. I love fast cars. I love being able to hop on something and just move quick. I love speeding. My license was suspended before I turned 21 because of speeding. Okay. Like, I ran into a lot of tickets because of going too fast. A lot of different things in life, because it was just like, let's do it. But once I got my license back, you couldn't tell me nothing about, I mean, I probably had a few hiccups along the way, but the point was, I really have not had anything dealing with like a car as far as like speeding or anything like that in a very long time, right? And we're going to snap on that, give thanks for now and in the future, okay, just in case. But like, we have to just pay attention to how we're moving. And so again, there are times where you need to be catalyzed, where you need to have that energy that's like, hey, no matter what you're doing, keep going. You need to have the pilot lit, right? And sometimes when the pilot is lit, and when I'm saying pilot, I mean like a fire on the stove, right? Most of the times, the pilot on the stove is very low. So once you ignite it, you go to that light, then it is a poof, and then you turn it back to low or whatever, wherever you want it to be. Okay. And so that's the same way with life. Like once you lit, okay, now let's turn it. Now we can control the dial as far as like exactly where we need to be right now. Do we need to hurry up and boil this water, or do we need to just take our time because I can move around the house, I can do a few things, da 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 da. Like there is just different ways that we can maneuver to be able to take our time and build up the skills for life within effective self-leadership. And that first thing is patience. Okay. So going from there, I have a quote that I was reading last night, and it's called Steps to Insight. And it basically says, I do not say that the attainment of full insight comes straight away. It comes through a gradual training, a gradual doing, a gradual course of practice. A lot of times, again, we feel like we're late to things. We feel like, we have to catch up, or we're not getting what we should be getting in the moment. And it's okay to assess yourself for that type of information, like to assess yourself and say, am I really moving at the rate that I need to be? Am I really doing what I need to be doing? Like, what's really going on here? I think that is just fine. But overall, the best part that I love to see is where it said a gradual training, a gradual doing, a gradual course of practice, which means that it's being built upon. Okay. It's not something that you want to hurry up and rush through. Most of the times, yeah, when you got things to do, all right, I need to hurry up and get this out of the way. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, so that we can maintain a great heart rate, or breathe properly and not be so anxious for things, or not be so you know far into the future, and just be able to be present with ourselves and really enjoy where we are. Because again, there was a tweet there was something that I put out a while back where I was just like, man, y'all don't go rushing into 2022 like y'all did 2021. Like we really need to take our time, because these years are going to go by as they've always done, but this is not going to be the same type of shift that we've always moved through. This is a whole nother paradigm. Like we are literally going into a whole new world, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we have not really been able to assess ourselves into. Okay. And so with that, it just comes with the reality that sets in. Like I said, we've already went through January. We're halfway through February pretty much. February is a leap holiday year. Like, it's 28 days. That's actually realistic when it comes to the 13 moon 28-day calendar. And do your research also when it comes down to like the Gregorian calendar and the 2013 moon 28-day calendar. All right. And see why the months are the way they are. All that type of stuff, dealing with time, all of that. All right. But for the most part, we're already halfway through February, and so it's just imperative that we take our time, because everything that we're headed to is already set in stone. And if you haven't started, if you backtracked, if you found yourself um being hard on yourself because you see that you're doing something, but it's like, dang, but I forgot to do all of these things. Okay, well, hey, look, every day we have a chance to renew ourselves. Okay, every chance that we get, the moment that you think of something or you realize something, we have a chance to say, hey, okay, our mind shifts. Okay, our mind shifts, and it prepares us to go into that type of action, or to, it's notifications. We don't realize that we receive notifications, whether it's from the Most High, from our guidance, from intuitive guidance, from any type of guidance. We receive notifications, and those notifications can come through our bodily systems, through our wellness. It can come through, our emotions, to prepare us for something, So it's just imperative that we're patient so that we can really acknowledge these things and be in thanksgiving at all times for the fact that we are able to receive. Now, I know some people like, look, it ain't even that deep. Some people probably like, it's not even that deep. Look, all I'm trying to do is just make some shake. I'm going to put in this work. I'm getting to this bread. And y'all can have all that, all that rah, 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 leadership, spiritual talk or whatever. I'll see y'all on the other side. Okay. I mean, that's cool. Trust me. Like, just because it's, and just because we're speaking on the internal does not mean that the external will not reflect the abundance of your mind shifting into a higher dimension. All right. So it is imperative that regardless, your perspective is ready for the things that you're coming into, you know. So let's stay on track, because I was getting ready to mention something I seen earlier, but that's for another time, and it's something for me to just kind of take in. So again, take your time. What does take your time mean? Take your time could mean take it back. Take your time back. You remember everybody was like, reclaiming my time. Like, reclaiming, you need to reclaim your time, right? Like, everybody needs to reclaim their time, because at this point, it is, everything's going fast, right? The earth is vibrating, the sun is, just it's reclaiming its time, because it's just like, yo, it's just so much. And then it's trickling down here. They shooting stuff out the sky. You know, the Chiefs, they done shot the Eagles down. I mean, and shout out to the Super Bowl, I guess. But basically take it back. Okay, reclaim it through restoring your energy into activities that allow you to be filled with energy and alchemy of love, integrity. No need to sacrifice yourself. That's already been taken care of. Okay, you already done that. Every day we do it with our thoughts. We do it with our emotions. We do it with things that may go against our values and our principles. When we make mistakes. So now you need to reclaim yourself. You need to reclaim pieces of yourself to be able to be aligned with exactly who you are and exactly where you are in this moment. Like all those pieces of you, like how everybody be like, call your energy back. Yeah, like take it back, take your time back. All right. This could look different for everybody. Somebody could be working a job and it's like, well, how do I take my time back from work? Yeah. How am I going to do that? And I mean, I agree with you. But the way you do that is by being present and recognizing where you are. If you don't like something, then leave. It's easy. But are you ready for that? you know, it's like it's just being realistic with yourself. Are you ready for that? Is that really what you want to do? If it is, then you should be going. Like there should nothing there. There should never be anything that can hold you back from moving how you need to move. If there is, then there's a lesson to be learned for you to prepare for what you want to do. It's easy. All right. Once we realize that, that's when you got to come to that ease and you got to be like, okay, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to make this work in the best way possible so that I can bring a new birth into being for myself. All right. And with this, comes liberation, right? Liberating yourself, liberating your time, so that you can be able to reclaim your energy, be able to do things that you really want to do. We work Monday through Friday. If you're just in a regular position and then you get to the weekend, it's like, all right, I got 2 days. What can I get done? And you still got other personal things that you want to do to take time for yourself. And you just got to recognize, like, hey, look, calm all that down. Look, we got plenty to do, but guess what? I actually want to take care of you. I actually want to take care of myself. I actually want some downtime from not thinking so much all the time. That was something that I came across this past weekend. I was like, look, it's okay for us to actually take time and really just take care of ourselves. Like, you want to take 5 baths tomorrow? Okay, take 5 deep baths tomorrow and just chill. You want to go to do whatever you need to do. Go for a long run in the rain. Like, everything. Do everything that your heart desires for you to be patient with yourself so you can still recognize the blessing of being alive and being in the blessing of what you're coming into. If you cannot pause for a second to just be mindful of where you are and recognize that there are a lot of great things going on around you. And if it's not, then what needs to be done for you to get there? And you're going to have to be patient with yourself to make it happen. Now, being patient doesn't mean that you're always moving slow. Being patient means that you have the ability to take your time, still have the momentum, but move at a pace where it's like, I'm getting it done. I'm getting things done. Right? So here is one thing as well, right? Here's another quote. It is only those who have the patience to do simple things perfectly will acquire the skill to do difficult things easily. I like that because when you're able to take your time to do a specific thing, you build up into something bigger or wider or like they say, more difficult, and it becomes easy, right? So for me, it's like doing a small task every day, one small task every day towards what it is that you need to do. Like even me launching this program, the purpose protection program, right? And actually for public display, right? I had to continue to do small things to even put the energy into it for me to reclaim myself, like reclaim my time to be able to say, this is what we're doing, this is what we're going to get done, and call it a day, right? So, again, the small things is what matters. Don't try and you can create a big ass list for yourself. I mean, it can be from the top of the ceiling to the ground. And guess what? You just gonna have to knock off one thing at a time. It's like building up endurance. Once you build up the endurance, the one way to build up endurance is to do just add on a minute, add on 5 more push-ups, or every day add 1 more push-up, every day add 1 more squat, every day add 1 more thing, right? It doesn't always have to be heavy, but once you get to a point where you have built up, then something that may look difficult to someone else is easy to you. And something that used to be difficult to you is easy for you to do. All right. So, and yeah, so taking your time, finding your pace, your heart rate, breathing, your wellness connection. Like all of these things are a whole vibration of your being and how you can be restored into reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy, and really building up the staying power for longevity and liberation. I think we take liberation for granted because it's just a word that's just, I don't want to say subtly thrown around, but it's not used often. And when it's used, it's like, it's used for like old time's sake. You know, it's used for war times, right? So we see it in a picture of slaves, or we see it in a picture of a country being liberated, right? But we don't see it really in the actuality of right now. Like, what do we need to be liberated from right now? Whether it's on a personal level, whether it's humanity as a whole, what is the liberation that we are seeking right now? You know, what does that really look like for you? Like, we may need to just like research liberation a little bit more to really understand what that means. Like, what does it lead to? You know, somebody might say, "Well, I got free, but what do I do now? I've liberated myself from this job. What do I do now?" You should have had a plan. Okay, that's something else. Um, all right, y'all. So yeah, facts. So anyway, find your pace, your heart rate, you know, and breathing, and just getting to your connection through wellness as well. Being patient with yourself every day. We are renewed through the processes of our bodily systems. So if we practice inconsistently or simply because we deserve praise, it will never produce real results. I got to read that again, even for myself. If we practice inconsistently or simply because we desire praise, it will never produce real results. Hey, that's enough said right there. All right. So that's the end of that one. I got to say, I might say that one more time for real. Anything that we do, if we practice inconsistently or simply because we desire praise, it will never produce real results. And I'm going to post each one of these quotes on my pages tonight before I go to sleep. That's my small task that I'm going to do to continue the momentum forward. What I'm working towards. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know I'm gonna have to put this link on Facebook so people can get it there. And I'm very grateful. If y'all click the link and decide to look into the Purpose Protection Program, that's cool. Regardless, we're gonna go ahead and get things built up over there and just start this pipeline so that people can protect their purpose because it's necessary. And with that being stated, again, this is MindShift said Monday or MindShift Monday. Take your time, skills for life, patience. All right. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and end this live stream. And I appreciate everybody. Again, if you're seeing this in the future, I'm sure there will be links. There is a link there where you can find any resources or anything leading to what is being created. And I appreciate y'all so much. And enjoy your night, and have a great rest of your week. And utilize this information to build upon the rest of the week for you. I really hate saying week, so the rest of your days or the rest of your plasma or whatnot, like, because everything is embodied within our cells. Like, it's just very imperative that we start recognizing this. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all later. All right, peace.
If you don't work, then you won't eat. I'm just tryna hustle, tryna stay on my feet. It's a cold world, ain't shit sweet. Survival of the fittest when you out in these streets. It's all about the money and the power. 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 It's your boy Bliss Entertainer.
Shawty, ain't shit changed, it's just a different day. I'm working like a slave, I bend my knees and then I pray. It's like we living for today and ain't no hope for tomorrow. Just gunshots and mamas crying and broken bottles. Really this ain't living, knowledge that's a given. I can't fight the feeling, we trapped like a prison.
If you know what I'm saying, do your homework. If you're trapped doing numbers, you got your own work. Can't make the money, but the money don't make me. Jealousy and envy, now these niggas hate me. Plotting on another man. I don't think you understand. Then you won't eat. I'm just tryna hustle, tryna stay on my feet. It's a cold world, ain't shit sweet. Survival of the fittest when you out in these streets. It's all about the money and the power. It's all about the money and the power. It's all about the money and the power. It's all about the money and the power.
We got them choppers that'll have you flying high. No private jets, just high and by in the clouds flying by. I'm on the airlift, man, I'm out of here. Loving how the world is one when a new dance come out. That part be so hard, that way get paid. Lyrically, telepathically, and magnetizing everything. You know I'm from the A. We getting bread, we eating cake, so it's okay. I got my mind on my money on my. You gotta be there if you really want it. Gotta survive to thrive. That's just the way it is. And if you knew your purpose, then you would truly live.
Work, then you won't eat. I'm just tryna hustle, tryna stay on my feet. It's a cold world, ain't shit sweet. Survival of the fittest when you out in these streets. It's all about the money and the